Before I wrap my day up here, let me get my text-to-speech program up and running here. Oh, yeah. It's been a long morning so far. Didn't get much sleep last night, probably about 4 hours worth, so pretty exhausted right from the very start of my day. Either way. All right, should get the volume up. That's good. That one's good. All right. Double check this microphone real quick. Got that. And we are good. Let's get out of here. Currently in a rest area near Gordonsville, Tennessee. Let's let this pickup truck go.
Straight on ramp I-40 West.
Getting on Interstate 40, heading westbound. Near Gordonsville, Tennessee, right now. About an hour, I'm going to say about 60 miles outside of Nashville right now. Try to take you guys through Nashville with me. Well, that is a state wildlife officer. Pretty much the same as state police. So made some decent headway so far. I started all the way back in Statesville, North Carolina this morning. Let's see, maybe done about 350 miles so far today. Probably only going to do another 200 more. Don't have to make my delivery until tomorrow. That's going to be near Sherman, Texas. That's a little bumpy. Well, somebody left a trailer on the side of the road there. That's not a good thing to do. So if you're just joining in, my name's Johnny Dangerously. I'm an over-the-road truck driver in the United States. Been driving truck for almost 20 years. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I do come on several times a week with live streams. Heck, I've been on, this is my second live stream today, so try to come on whenever I get the chance, as much as I can, whenever I can get the chance. I had a pretty great live stream earlier. Lots and lots of people commenting on there. I do have a text-to-speech program that will play your comments, verbalize them, and play them through my truck speakers, as long as that program is functioning properly. So I should know if it's working or not. Did lose some time in Knoxville rush hour. I had to stop off and get fuel. I am pretty tight on my 70-hour weekly clock right now. Less than 5 hours left, so taking me a little longer than I was hoping to get to where I'm at today, by about 40 minutes or so. All right, let's see how fast this guy is going in front of me here. 61 miles an hour. That's pretty slow. 70-mile-an-hour speed limit right now. I'm gonna jump over and get around. So probably going to be on here for maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours on this live stream here. Get you through Nashville. We'll see how bad traffic is when I get there. It should be on Central Time right now, so should be about 10:30, 10:15 to 10:30 or so by the time I make it there. Be outside of peak morning rush hour anyways, but usually, any daylight hour through Nashville, you're going to get slowed down at least a little bit, sometimes a lot of bit. Now, keep my fingers crossed I can make it through there in a reasonable amount of time anyways. Well, that's a nice bus. I'd like to have me one of those one day. That'd be super sweet. So not sure if my signal's any good right now or not. I'm a little rural right now. "50 miles outside of Nashville." I'm looking at my, so I have active traffic on my navigation. And there's looks like 4 crowd, like, in and around. I might have to. Boy, that's kind of interesting how they have that flatbed loaded up right there. I don't know if I'd want that stacked that tall. I don't drive flatbed. Never driven. I will never drive flatbed. I don't want to work that hard. Them guys got True Grit strap and chain and tarp, all that stuff, especially in the wintertime. Oh my gosh, I couldn't even imagine. All right, climbing another hill here. Gonna have to get around this guy. Come on, camper, get around me. Well, it looks like that little way station is closed. I don't even know if that's there anymore. Well, on the flatbed to pass me is running slower than me, so maybe he's going to get off the truck parking area here. Well, looks like he's staying on. I'm probably going to have to pass him now. All right, looks like I lost my text-to-speech here. Let's see if I can get it figured out. Hey Phil, how you doing today, man? Welcome back, welcome back. Now, we'll see if the Texas speech works here now. Sometimes it glitches. So currently heading Interstate 40 westbound. Just a little ways outside of Nashville, Tennessee. On my way to Sherman, Texas. Gotta make a delivery tomorrow, which is good. I definitely don't have the hours to make it there today. Getting pretty low on my weekly clock right now. Man, probably gonna have to come around this guy on the next hill we climb just ahead here. I'm not super heavy right now. So these guys that are heavy, I'll be able to pass them on the uphills. This guy's down to 61. We're gonna have to go ahead and get over now. Well, it looks like he's picking up momentum as he goes up the hill, so. Well, I think he's going faster than me. I'm not sure why he was going that slow to begin with. Pretty nice and clear skies ahead of us here. We got about 77 degrees out right now. By the time I make it to Texas tomorrow, it's probably going to be brutal heat-wise. I get a big heat wave and heat dome or something going on over there, down there. It was 110 in Dallas yesterday when I was checking the weather out there, and that's just excruciating. hoping to get these accidents cleaned up down in Nashville, Tennessee. Got an oversize up here. Looks like it's running a little bit slower. Does have an escort vehicle with it. Alright, there's that flatbed again, going slower. He just passed me 6 or 7 minutes ago. Looks like I'm probably going to have to go around him again. Yeah, let's go ahead and get on over. So he probably saw me in his mirror. I was like, oh no, I passed him. I can't let him pass me now. You just hit your gas, you won't have to worry about it. Sure, he's just exhausted, but still. Wow. Gonna let that car go first, but right, let's see how fast this truck going. 63. Definitely gonna have to get around him. I do have a big truck coming around me on the left now with a whole line of traffic behind him, so it's not going to be a quick operation here. Probably could have got over there. There's enough space, but I was pretty much figuring on letting these cars get around me before I move over. All right, might have a chance to get over here. There we go. Well, getting a little congested on this section. I don't know if that's fog up ahead or some kind of smoke. I don't know if there's wildfires going on down here or not. Not sure. I don't think he was actually trying to go left. And if he was, he took too long. Definitely a bit hazy up ahead here. Hopefully that's just kind of fog or dew, but it really doesn't look like fog, so might be a fire up here somewhere. There might be smoke from all the crashes in Nashville. Well, we're pretty much down. The one that's in my way on Interstate 40 here is still there. So, I did make a delivery once to called the Ryman. That would be the Grand Ole Opry. Morning. They got loading docks and everything for semi trucks and everything out back. I had no idea where to go to get checked in, or didn't know where these loading docks were at. And it was a Sunday morning, so I just kind of pulled off along the curb and went up to one of the doors and gave it a pull, and it opened. And I was like, huh. So I walked in, no one, not a single soul around. Literally walked through this empty theater, you know, the Grand Ole Opry. And it was pretty neat. Just thinking of all the history that's been in that place, like Johnny Cash and just pretty much anyone who's anything in country and rock. Elvis. I was pretty awestruck by it. I guess I can probably get in the right lane here. I got a big truck passing me here. So Nashville probably will be the last major metro I go through today. I'll end up shutting down just prior to Memphis. I'll run that. I'll probably start my shift 2 or 3 in the morning. Get through there. Just all about saving my hours of service time, my logbook time at this point. I lost quite a bit dealing with the construction on Black Mountain, going through near Asheville, North Carolina. Lost a bunch of time in Knoxville, Tennessee rush hour. All right, radio, quit acting up. CB making all that noise. Shit, I gotta get over. There's a way station on the right. It's open. Got a car next to me. Let's see if I can squeeze in here. There we go. Dang it, man. Well, this ought to be interesting. Well, let's see what the police have to say here. Looks like they're giving out inspections. Not even a way station. Phew, I feel like I dodged a bullet there. Holy smokes. These are the checkpoints they have set up looking for the fake CDL non-domicile drivers that are out here. So I guess I'm going to ride my white privilege all the way to the bank on that. Still, causes me great stress to go through that. Now my truck and everything is in pretty good shape, but you know, my logbook's getting low. Really don't need extra scrutiny, so. Let's put that hammer down. Get the hell out of here. Didn't really look like they were set up to chase anyone down if they didn't stop. Matter of fact, it looks like a bunch of trucks probably did not stop through there. A lot of the illegal drivers, the guys that have false identities, fake CDLs, illegal immigrants, all of the above, probably try to run those. Because they pretty much know what's going to happen. So they are enforcing the English only, and read, write, and speak and comprehend English, giving English tests out to drivers in these inspections here and everything. So as a matter of fact, the last 2 jobs I've gotten hired on at have required an English test. Go ahead and get over here. Not sure what that guy's doing. Not that great of an idea to be pulled off there. Matter of fact, let me go back. Hey, go back and grab some footage from that inspection station about 3 minutes ago. Okay, Garmin, save video. That's how I make notes on what to save, what to go back and look for, dash cam footage wise and everything. I do post a lot of other short videos and long videos as interesting stuff happens out here, so I'll probably end up doing something with that footage when I get around to editing it. So if you're just joining in, my name's Johnny Dangerously. I'm an over-the-road truck driver in the United States. Been driving truck for 20 years now. Got about, I'd estimate about 1.8 million miles of big rig driving out here. Been to all 48 states. Just recently got back into a job where I'll be going to all 48 again. It's been over 10 years since I ran all 48. I was regional for a lot of those years. The most I've ran is getting back out west and to some of my stomping grounds that I haven't been in a decade. So if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do come on several times a week with the live stream. So I had a really good one earlier. Man, I had a lot of people chatting and commenting, and it's always fun to do that. I do have a text-to-speech program which verbalizes your comments, plays them through my truck speakers. So, but gonna be on today for maybe another hour or so. I will be back on overnight, early AM, probably. I'm gonna guesstimate about 3 a.m.-ish, give or take. A lot of variables involved in that. It's kind of hard for me to announce it and put it on the schedule and give any heads up for it. So if you want to check more out, it's a good idea to hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be able to see when I go live, get an alert or whatever. I'm getting towards the end of my shift. Kind of a shorter shift today than I usually try to work. Usually I'm putting 12 to 14 hours a day in. Today's a strictly all driving day. No loading or getting unloaded today. So definitely like that. Puts a little less wear and tear on me. But I am low hours on my weekly work clock. I can work 70 hours in an 8-day period. Right now I only got 4 hours, 12 minutes left on that 70-hour clock. But you get hours back on day 9. The hours you worked 8 days ago come back to you. So it's called a recap. I've been on that recap for almost a week now. So well, actually it's been more than that now. When I was onboarding, I had to log those hours. So my logbook technically started on Monday, August the 10th. So that's day 15 in a row right now. The longest stretch I've done this year without a day off was 45 days in a row. A couple of those days were only 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours because I didn't have very many hours to work. So, but I like to keep the wheels turning. Don't really need any days off out here. All I do is work. Every once in a while I get to check out a poker game or this or that, but I stay pretty busy with all the social media, the driving and all that. So, all right, let's go ahead and change lanes here. Getting super close to downtown now. Oh, all those accidents are showing back up. I don't know if those are new accidents or what's going on, but there's going to be some delays up here for sure. We are outside of peak rush hour right now, but Nashville's kind of pretty dense traffic-wise. A lot of major interstates join up and intersect right here in Nashville, which is what part of what makes it super busy traffic area. Another trooper up on the right here. Boy, I've seen a lot of Tennessee troopers today. Sometimes you'll see the Tennessee guys lined up, 5 troopers all in a row right in the middle doing drug interdictions and everything. So oh man, ugh, I am drowsy. Didn't sleep very good last night. Should sleep very good tonight, I should say this evening. All right, speed limit's going to be dropping very soon here. I came up through Nashville, I think back in, was that January? I want to say the end of January maybe, when I got that big ice storm through here. I put together a pretty nifty video from that day. Boy, man, oh man. So I was kind of in a catch-22 situation where if I sat and tried to wait the storm out, I was going to get stuck for at least 2 or 3 days in the ice in bad weather. I had stopped early the day before, let most of the storm pass through, and then the next morning, you know, it was You could see where the storm ended. I had to head right into it, and then kind of work my way through it was the only way to get out in front of that ice. So I went ahead and did that, and it was basically 25 to 30 miles an hour for probably a 5-hour stretch, I think. At the end of the day, I did make it on some clear roads, but it was sketch most of the entire day. But I did get out in front of it, and the next morning, up and at 'em, there's an airplane going over top. I love that sound. I was able to move full speed, make my delivery, so it all worked out. But you know, I get paid by the mile, so when I go 30 miles an hour and going through that bad weather, you know, I'm working a lot harder for half the pay. So work more, earn less, I guess. 65 mile an hour speed limit. I don't know why my tractor is saying 55. Hopefully it updates. It did not update. Bet you it's a split speed limit. Alright, we're gonna get right. I gotta get off of 213B is the exit for Interstate 24. And join up, run 24 and 40 through downtown here. All right, there's some brake lights. Not too bad so far getting in. Let's see what these crashes are looking like. Still got all the crash icons up.
Said hi.
Hey Jody, welcome to the live stream. Well, traffic's not looking too bad so far. I do have 4 different crash icons for my active traffic map on my navigation here. They might be from earlier and just haven't cleared out yet, so we're about to find out though. So once we get through Nashville, we're going to continue on Interstate 40 west. I'll run that all the way through Memphis into Arkansas. Heading to Sherman, Texas will be tomorrow. Man, I might luck out tomorrow when I make the delivery in Texas. So. Well, maybe, well, now this lane's going to end and I got traffic coming around to the left. It's been a long time since I came in this direction into Nashville, so. All right, got some brake lights ahead here.
4913 says, what up, John?
What's up, Brent? Welcome to the live stream. All right, welcome to Nashville, aka Crashville. Not even in peak rush hour, morning rush. That's long done and over with. But pretty much any daylight hours through Nashville, you're gonna get jammed up. So just a busy, busy town. I don't know if we're going to go past the Nissan Stadium on this route. I'm thinking probably not. I think that's down 65 there, but you know, they're building a new stadium for the Tennessee Titans down there.
5B says Nashville traffic just a mess every day, all day.
Oh, it is, man. Any daylight hour, you're pretty much screwed coming through here. I usually like coming through here overnight if I can, but it's not always possible. So. I'm usually coming from the left over there. I'm usually running 65 up or 24. Coming back from Georgia a lot through here. That was my previous job, so I'm on with a different company now. So we're moving pretty good. Moving better than I thought we would be. I think we will get to see Nissan Stadium off to the left coming up here. Not sure how good we're going to get of it. I'm going to have to stay left up here. Might as well take it while I can get it here. I'm going to stay on Interstate 40 West. I got a big truck coming over. I was going to move one more to the left. Yep, straight ahead is downtown Nashville. I've not spent a lot of time. I've not done much recreationally around the Nashville area, but one of these days I will. I'd like to catch a show at the Grand Ole Opry. I think that'd be super cool. I did make a delivery to the Opry once. That was very cool. I'm going to get over now. That truck had his right signal on.
Charles Mango V5B says getting on 24.
Yep, on 24 now. I'm going to stay on Interstate 40 about a mile up here. So, glad I didn't make it here a couple hours ago. Whew. Probably would have lost 30, 40 minutes through here easily. So, we're going to stay 40 West, 65 South there. So, probably right around this bend here, you should see all the construction they're doing on that Nissan Stadium for the Tennessee Titans. Actually looks super sweet. Like when you're driving down through here and they're playing on a Sunday, you might be able to like see some of the game driving down the highway. It's pretty crazy. So, well, yep, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, Kim, bro. Make sure I have lots of following distance coming through here. And these cars tend to stop on a dime, sometimes for no reason at all, so. All right. It's been a couple months since I've been down here, so I'm kind of curious to see what kind of progress I made on that stadium. I don't think it's set to open until next year. They're not going to play any games there, I think, until next season, if I remember right. But it's football season again. Yeehaw! Well, I don't know if this big truck's going to need over or not. He does not.
Maria Augustine says, oh, that's where I just came from 3 weeks ago, Nashville, Tennessee, and then went to Mississippi, New Orleans. Then I had to stop in Texas where my grandfather resigned.
Oh, cool. Well, you've been moving around a little bit lately. All right. I don't think we will get to see a Nissan Stadium. Maybe. It might be, I think if we would have went to the right there. So, dang it. I was kind of looking forward to seeing how much they've gotten done on that.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, I am new to this group, so I just want to introduce myself. My name is Cynthia, and I don't know much about the rules, but when I do follow channels, I like to respect them.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome to my live stream, Cynthia. There's really no rules, so I just, you know, if there are any rules, they would be to, you know, be kind and respectful to, I'm just driving my semi truck down the highway, chatting with whoever jumps on the channel, so welcome, welcome, welcome. But it's a pretty new channel. I mean, I did some live streams in the fall of last year, but let me see, we're gonna want to stay right up here. Really picked them up a couple months ago, then I was off for a month.
Dolly says distracted driving is extremely dangerous. It diverts your attention, slows your reaction time, and causes thousands of fatal crashes and injuries every year.
Yes, it sure does. So, But I'm technically not doing anything different on here than I've done pretty much every day for the 20 years, almost 20 years I've been out here. So I'll be talking on the phone with the headset on to my friends. So everything I do is hands-free. So not saying that there's not an effect on attention and this and that, but you know.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, thank you so much. That's something that I do. I give respect. If I want it, I have to earn it.
Yeah, every once in a while I gotta silence someone on here for acting ornery. I get people on here sometimes like trying to get Alexa to call 911 and
says it's what my grandpa and grandma always told me.
Yep. I mean, it's just better to be kind. It's easier to be kind. So I try to. Sometimes I lose my mind in traffic when people do some really stupid stuff, but you know, I don't like try to take it out on all the cars for the rest of the day because somebody in a car ticked me off or somebody in a truck ticked me off. So you know, I try to be mindful, considerate when I'm out here. Sometimes it's hard. Tests my patience a lot. So. Uh-oh, did I just miss my exit? I did not. 40 West is going to stay left here. We're going to need left. But when I'm doing these live streams, like I literally almost have to drive perfect because everything I do while I'm doing this is under extra scrutiny. So, it actually makes me a better driver because I'm like hyper attentive. I do appreciate your concern though. That's valid for sure. All right, I think that is the, I don't think that's an ambulance. I think that's a vehicle is disabled on a shoulder that pulls up, arm type side assistance vehicle. Probably means there's something going on up here, so definitely on alert because of that. We're going to stay Interstate 40 westbound. We should be clear of Nashville now. That was not that unpleasant. I'm kind of impressed. So good job to all the tow trucks and emergency services people that cleaned up all the rush hour accidents, because I was showing 4 of them on here an hour ago. So they did a good job cleaning those up. All right, we're on the far side of Nashville now. So if you're just joining in, my name's Johnny Dangerously.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says you always got to be careful because you never know.
Yeah, highways are dangerous. I don't care how good of a driver you are. It can all go wrong in one hot second. So you got to be defensive. You got to pay attention. Know what's going on around you. Know what your outs are. Know when there's cars in your left lane. Know when there's cars in your right lane. Know your outs. And speed, not going too fast and having good following distance really is like some of the most important advice I can ever convey. But if you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do come on several times a week with live streams. This is my second live stream of today, actually. Had an awesome one earlier. Had so many people on there commenting and chatting. It was really a lot of fun. So can't really give a lot of heads up or a lot of notice when I'm coming on here. A lot of things got to fall in place in order for me to be able to do this. So if you hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to see and get an alert when I do come on, all that good stuff.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, do you do driving every day, or is it just like, do you get weekend off?
Yeah, I'm an over-the-road driver, so I do travel to all 48 states. I do come to work for weeks at a time. I'm on day 15 of my schedule right now. I'll probably be out here for another 3 weeks. If everything goes well, I won't take a single day off that entire stretch. My hours are limited to how many I can work in a week. I can work 70 hours in an 8-day period. If I don't do a 34-hour restart, the hours I worked 8 days ago come back to me on the 9th day. That's called working a recap. That's usually what I do. So I'm almost always in a low hour situation. I'm in a low hour situation right now. I got 3 hours and 51 minutes on that 70-hour weekly clock right now. So some other hours of service regulations are I'm allowed to drive 11 hours in a 14-hour period. And I need 10 hours off. There's ways to do split bursts where I can do 8 hours off and then 2 hours off, 7 hours off, and 3 hours off to give myself some flexibility if I get held up at a delivery or pickup. So I try to not do those. It gets messy trying to keep track of those hours.
Says that's why I get nervous on the road when I drive my Mustang GT400. I just bought that a few months ago with my collection and until my friends, but you got to stop with the music cause it's distracting.
Well, that's a nice car, by the way. Sweet. I grew up a Chevy guy myself, and then I got persuaded over to the Mopar side of things, the Hemi, with the SRT Hellcat. So, but I like muscle cars, new ones, old ones.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, will I become a subscriber?
Yeah, all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. So there's no fee or anything. I'm not monetized on here yet. Hopefully one day I will be, but if I ever do get paid for doing this, I want Google and YouTube to pay me.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, of course I'm already subscribed.
Oh, well, thanks, Cynthia. I appreciate that. You are awesome. So yeah, you really got to pay attention to the other traffic and especially trucks on the roadways nowadays. There's a lot of drivers that have fake CDLs. There's some CDL schools that they're not actually schools. They're just taking bribes to give out credentials, and a lot of
Matthew Owens 455 says GG. Matthew Owens 455 says E. Matthew Owens 455 says R. Matthew Owens 455 says S.
So there are a lot of unlicensed CDL drivers that have fake CDLs out here. A lot of illegal immigrants with fake CDLs that can't read, write, or speak English. And they've made the highways just absolutely atrocious, dangerous, and deadly, more so than it usually is. And it's been in the news a lot over the last, I'd say 6 to 8 months or so. And they're trying to clean it up. A lot of drivers can't read, write, or speak English. Now, listen, I'm not anti-immigrant at all whatsoever, but if you're going to be operating a heavy piece of machinery like this that weighs 80,000 pounds, 70 to 80 miles an hour, I mean, do the math on the E equals MC squared at the amount of kinetic energy involved in a crash with something that big, fast, and heavy. It's got tragedy written all over it. But there are a lot of immigrant drivers who are properly licensed, who can read, write, and speak English. They can read the signs, comprehend the signs. So, and a lot of them are great drivers. So, a lot of them are actually getting taken off the road.
Maria Augustine says, oh nice.
Yeah, even a lot of the good drivers, non-domiciled means they don't reside in the United States. They can have like a green card, a work visa, or something to be here. And so there are a lot of legal non-domiciles that can read, write, and speak English that do have proper licensing, proper training, and good experience, and are good drivers. And a lot of those guys are getting eliminated from the system because of all the bad actors that have the fake CDLs. And it's just, it's unfortunate. Something definitely needed to be done about it. I think the last year, I can't remember if it's 2023 or 2024, the last year the data was put out. It takes a while for them to compile the highway deaths, fatalities, accidents, and all that info. It was either 23 or 24. There was 43,000 traffic-related deaths in the United States. Worldwide, it's estimated there's 1 million traffic-related deaths every year across the entire world. That's a lot of freaking people. That's 10 million people die in 10 years.
Dos Bagos 5575 says typical California move from car just took off ramp. Jody Bug says I have the utmost respect for the great truck drivers out here making it happen a mile at a time.
Yeah, thanks, Cynthia. That's nice of you. Very kind. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot of bad car drivers too.
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, hey, you're from California. That's where I live in Berkeley, California, 13 years.
Nice. I'm not from California. Last time I've been to California.
5,575 says down by Gilroy. Cynthia Maria Augustine says Dos Bagos 5,575.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a big bump. All right, we are clear, free and clear of Nashville right now. Back in a 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. Let's put that hammer down. I got some miles to knock out here. Hopefully my signal holds up. Sometimes it, even close to a metro area, gets spotty, so hopefully that is not the case. Well, it definitely warmed up a little out here. Got 84 degrees on it now.
Says, well, my dad's from Canada and my mom is Puerto Rican, but she grew up in California, so I'm both from pretty much, I'm going to say, cause I grew up pretty much both US and Canada.
That's pretty cool.
Dos Bagos 5,575 says I worked at an RNDC warehouse.
Oh, nice. Alright, that's my distance warning going off there. Don't know why. Oh, got some brake lights coming up here.
5,575 says truck drivers coming in half spoke Spanish.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of non-English speaking drivers out there. So some of them might speak English too. They just want to speak Spanish.
Dos Pagos 5575 says some had to use Translate.
Looks like we're coming to a stop here. I got the right lane end in. Maybe hopefully that's what's holding things up here. I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Maybe it is all because this right lane end in here got some kind of state parks vehicle there, park ranger. So apparently nobody could read that sign that said right lane ends there. That is that's pretty horrible.
575 says I kept the Spanish speaking guard in the shack.
Yeah, that's good. I know some words in Spanish, but I am definitely not fluent in it. Yeah, I've been down in Laredo, Texas and stuff enough where tried to pick up on some of it. I'm just I'm not a good student when it comes to that. Took it in high school. I just fucked off in high school though. I didn't really apply myself too much. Wish I would have though. It'd be nice to be able to speak another language. So. All right, I do have a bit of a lighter trailer, so looks like that was all that held the traffic up here was that right lane ending there. I don't know why there were so many people getting jammed up at the last second there, but hopefully I can get out and get in front of all these people while they're climbing the hill here. Back up to 56 hour.
5,575 says some of the Indian drivers okay.
Yeah, it just all comes down to whether or not they had the proper training and schooling and licensing. You know, I mean, if they had the training and trucking schools and stuff for a reason, to get you up to a minimum aptitude. Well, we are coming to a stop again.
Las Vagos 5,575 says others dressed like they're at the beach.
Yeah, we always hear the stories about the flip-flops and the sandals and all that good stuff, so.
Las Vagos 5,575 says driving semi with sandals.
Yeah, it's not recommended,
Cynthia
so.
Maria Augustine says I'm not going to say how old am I. Listen, I'm in my early 30s. I've learned 7 languages and I'm still learning the 7th language with Spanish, French, course English, Cherokee, and Mi'kmaq.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. All right, I bet you it's just slow semi-trucks in the left lane up here slowing down. Was up to almost 60 miles an hour, and then we dropped back down to about 20, back up to about 50 now. I cannot afford to lose this kind of time.
5,575 says if they mouth off, banned from the site.
Yeah, you do get a lot of people that don't know how to behave.
Jody Bugs
Truck
says
drivers
gotta
wise.
take off. Take care out there on the road. I have subs so I can catch ya live streams later.
Awesome, thanks, Jody. Have a great rest of your day. We'll chat with you soon. I'll be back on early AM tomorrow, by the way, too. Probably about 0300 AM Central Time, maybe. So could be a little earlier, a little later than that. A lot of variables involved, but thanks for joining in. We'll chat with you next time. All right, so it looks like we had one truck. You get a good view up there. There's some slow vehicles at the front of this line.
575 says dump all their garbage in my can.
Yeah, well, probably better than them throwing it all around your parking lot. That's what a lot of them do. They just throw everything everywhere and make a mess. Literally, we got semi trucks going slow, blocking the lanes up here. It's
Cynthia Maria Augustine says, have a lovely day, Jodybug. Dos Bagos 5575 says, have tossed hundreds of death boxes away.
wow, yeah, that's ignorant. They leave trash laying around like that. So, well, we were down to 25 miles an hour here, so that means there's a semi truck up here going about 25 miles an hour, holding everything up. I mean, just a mile's worth of traffic behind me, a half a mile's worth of traffic, both lanes in front of me. Lost all my momentum, so now I'm having trouble getting up to speed. Big hill, though, very big hill. All right, man, I need to get up in front of all these people so this quits happening. All right, probably got some downhill now. Please, nobody crash into me. Well, we got another big hill up here. Can't quite complete the pass. The guy on the right, I probably could now, but I'm not going to with that hill there. I'm pretty light. I should fly up this hill, be able to fly up this hill, so. All right. Stream for maybe another 20, 30 minutes or so. Just to give you a heads up on that. I will be back on around 3 a.m. in the morning-ish, 2 to 3 a.m. Central Time, so it's currently 10:42 a.m. Central. All right. I thought he was going to come over. He was fine. He should have done it. Snooze, you lose. All right, as soon as I get around this white truck, I might be able to get back in the right lane here. They're going to have more downward momentum than I have, because they're a lot heavier than me. Might end up getting back behind this truck next to me right now. Keep it on the road, buddy. All right, I will go ahead and get over here. Man, I've been in the left lane for a while. Not a whole lot of traffic behind me, though. There was other slower trucks behind me in the left lane that kind of blocked it up further back.
Abel Hansen says, hey everyone.
Abel, how's it going, man? Well, there's some tire debris bouncing around there. All right, see how fast the guy in front of me is going. 64. All right. A couple more cars to come around, and I might be able to get over here. Well, I forgot to turn my engine brake off, so I lost some momentum myself there.
Abel Hansen says, good, thank you, John. Where are you off to today?
Well, I'm currently on my way to Texas. So I'm in just outside of Nashville right now on Interstate 40 heading west. Getting pretty close to the end of my day. Started in Statesville, North Carolina this morning. It's been an interesting day. Had to go through Asheville, North Carolina, which was, you got Black Mountain there, but back when that hurricane went through, I can't remember if that was last year or the year before. I mean, it pretty much took out almost the entire town of Asheville, North Carolina. I didn't realize it took out a lot of the roadways and bridges and stuff there. So it was basically one lane each direction, and it's a very curvy, tight, windy mountain to begin with, and lost a lot of time going through there. So, and I think it's going to take a few years to rebuild the highways that there. I think they're going to make it 3 lanes through there, so pretty major construction project going on down there. But other than that, doing good. I did a live stream earlier. There were so many people on there, so many people commenting, chatting. It was really, really sweet. Getting to the point where I could do these a little bit longer. It takes a lot of energy to, drive safely and professionally and do the live stream. So it took me a while to build some stamina up for that. So, but it's been going pretty good on the live stream ends of things. Going good at the new job here, so very happy to be close to the end of my day.
He says, are you on I-40?
I am on I-40. I sure am. Not sure how well my signal is going to hold up through here. Never ran a live stream out in these parts before, so kind of figuring it out as I go. I was surprised I kept the signal through that Black Mountain I went through earlier. I guess it got spotty in a couple places, but all in all, it wasn't too bad. I haven't had a chance to look at any of the footage yet, but real hit and miss. Some major metro areas I go to, I can't seem to get a signal.
Says, John, how many breaks a day do you have while driver?
It all depends, really. Technically, legally, I only need 1 30-minute break for every 8 hours of driving I do. But, I do stop a lot to start these live streams and end these live streams. So anytime I do that, I usually make some coffee or grab a bite to eat when I do that, use the restroom. So, but I definitely do the 30-minute break when I'm required to, but I probably do, 3 or 4 other 10 or 15-minute breaks throughout the day. Just depends on how crazy my schedule is, if I'm in a hurry to get somewhere.
Says, legally, can you stream while you drive?
Sure, I guess. I don't see why there would be any issue with it. It's all hands-free. So everything's set up and started when I'm at a complete stop. So, and as far as I'm concerned, there's no difference between doing this and having a headset on, talking to a friend on the phone, so which I do a lot. So as soon as I wrap this live stream up, I'll have a bunch of calls I still have to make yet today. So it's all hands free.
Cat E90 says, where you headed to?
I'm on my way to Sherman, Texas right now. So So I'll be pulling up there tomorrow, late morning, early afternoonish. I'll final out. I did lose enough time earlier today. I probably won't be able to get another load after that. I'll have to wait until midnight to get hours back off of my recap. So
Arctic_adjuster says Texas. One day you will need a passport to get in.
maybe. Hopefully not. Texas is a big, big state. Hey, it's huge. State by Louisiana. All right, going down some hills right now.
KitKat90 says, when I moved from North Carolina to San Diego, I drove all the way across Texas. Seems like it took forever.
Oh, it did take forever. I know it. I've done it before. It's been a while since I had to go through the entirety of like Interstate 10 at the bottom there, but yeah, it is a long drive through Texas. Speed limit's 80 miles an hour down there, so one of the highest speed limits in the country. So North Carolina to San Diego, that's kind of interesting. I just came out of North Carolina, and man, North Carolina is a pretty great state. And I've never been to San Diego, but all my friends who've been there tell me it is awesome. So 70-degree weather, pretty much year-round. I've got to get out there one day. Maybe I'll make it out there with this company. So I've driven truck a lot out in California. It was all prior to 2012, or the end of 2012, I should say. So love driving out there. And I know it's only speed limit for trucks, but
he says, yeah, I live north of Statesville off Highway 52.
oh, nice. Yeah, I was just started my day in Statesville this morning. And went through there twice I went through there Saturday, had to go pick up a load from there Sunday. I then ended my day there yesterday, started it there today, so right in Statesville there. I had to make a delivery out to Greenville. Man, that was a nice drive, driving from Statesville to Greenville. Nice and peaceful, not too busy. It was early morning, so the sun was rising. Perfect weather. Really enjoyed it. All right, going to be wrapping this live stream up probably in less than 10 minutes or so, give or take.
KitKat90 says Greenville, near the coast.
Yeah, it's still quite a ways from the coast, but it's getting over there. All right. We're fast, 67 miles an hour on this guy. So I've got about 6 miles to a rest area. That's where I'm going to wrap the live stream up at for today. This is the second live stream I've done today, so had a lot of fun now coming on here. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I do come on here several times throughout the week, sometimes several times in a day.
Kit Kat E90 says, have a safe trip.
You too, Kit Kat. It's nice chatting with you. I will be back on here probably around 3 a.m., could be 2 a.m., 2 to 3 a.m. tomorrow morning Central Time. So if you hit the subscribe button, you might get an alert when I do go live. Kind of hard to put like on a schedule and announce it much prior to. I need a lot of things to line up to be able to do these live streams, but I do post a lot of other short and long videos up as well, so I have a lot of footage to edit right now. Starting to get behind on that. All right, gonna definitely need to change lanes here. Nice that car wouldn't slow down to jam me up here. And I got a lot of other traffic behind me. Oh, thank you so much. Look at this guy let me over. Make sure I flash him some trailer lights there. Thank you, buddy. This car that was coming around me slowed down before he got past me, and all the traffic behind him started piling up, and it's going to not go well for me there. But this guy must have an empty trailer here. I'm going to need to exit here shortly. It's going to let me play it through. All right, he's going to slow down, let me through. We got a slow moving RV up here. All right, and this is that rest area where I'll be wrapping the live stream up at. I will be back on probably, 2 to 3 a.m. or so in the morning or overnight tonight, Central Time. Just to give you a heads up on that. So probably only going to do one couple-hour live stream tomorrow, so as long as my phone battery lasts on my streaming phone here, I'll run for tomorrow when I get started. So Oh, look at all the grove area here, the trees. That's pretty cool. Man, I wouldn't mind taking a nap out here. Well, I'm not sure if there's a whole lot of parking available in here. This might be pretty well jammed up. Well, might have to hit the shoulder on the way out. Come on, I don't have a lot of time to waste here. Wow, what are you guys doing, man? Why is that U-Haul facing the wrong way? I hope we don't get on the highway the wrong way. Oh, I don't think I can make that swing with my trailer. Damn it. These people aren't even lined up right in these spots here. Wow, what a mess. Why are you guys not working, man? I think U-Haul's going to have a heck of a time getting turned around. I bet she's going to go back through the car parking area or something there. Well, I don't even think there's going to be a shoulder area here to exit. I'm going to have to run this live stream a while longer. Well, not what I was hoping for. All right, well, the live stream continues.
Says, looks like you are having nice weather for driving. The roads look very quiet.
Yep, they're not too bad today. It's been some nice ways to go. Come on, buddy, pull up a little bit more. I got a truck behind me trying to get on the shoulder too. Oh man, thank God this guy pulled up this far. All right. Thanks, Flatbed. Appreciate you, man. All right, that's going to do it for me today on the live stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll be back on here 2 or 3 a.m. Central Time early tomorrow morning. So you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll chat with you then. Bye now.